In this video, I am going to design this model. This is the drawing of front view of this model. So please note the dimensions and other stuff and let's do it. So first of all, I'm going to check my units. Unit must be in millimeter. So units are in millimeters. We are all set. So I am going to select the front plane. We can select plane from here, or we can also first select the sketch and then we can select the plane. So it's selected, the normal to view is in front of us. So first I am going to select the profile tool. I am going to draw some lines. There is different ways to do the sketching. So in this tutorial I am going to do a little bit time taking sketching method, so you can understand the constraints and dimensioning. I'm just going to draw a line here, I'm going to draw a line here, and then deselect this command. Then again I'm going to select this one. I'm going to select line, 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 and line, and then deselect this command. Now I am going to add some dimension. Select this line, click on the dimension constraint and add the dimension. This is 150. And now I am going to pan my sketch a little bit here. Now I am going to select this line and I am going to dimension is 20. Then I am going to add the dimension from this line to this line. I am going to press the control, select this line, keep pressing the control, select this line and select the dimension constraint, and this one is 30. After that I am going to draw a circle like that, deselect it. Then I am going to add a relation between this circle and this line, and I am going to select the constraint defined in the dialog box, and I am going to select the tangency. Okay, then again I am going to select this circle and this line, and again sketch constraint, and I am going to add the relation between them is tangent. Now you can see this line, this point is not touching the circle, so I am going to select this point, then keep pressing the circle, and I am going to add the constraint between them coincident. Now I am going to add the dimension of this diameter of this circle and the distance from this center of the circle from this line. So I am going to select the circle and then dimension constraint, and then the dimension of this circle is given in the radius form, so I am going to select the radius. The radius of this circle is 30 millimeter. Then again I am going to select the dimension, this point, and then keep pressing the control and select this line, and I am going to add the sketch, and this the dimension of is 50 millimeter. So you see everything is green except this line, so because we are missing some dimension. So the dimension from here, this point, or this line to this line is not defined, so I am going to select this line, not this line. I am going to select this point and then this line or this point. We can select either this line or this point, so I am going to select this line, and then This is 10. So now you see everything is in green. That means our sketch is fully defined. So to make a close sketch, we don't needed this line, because this line were part of this circle, because this arc is dividing that circle into two partition. But when you large zoom in the design, you see this line is not touching this circle. So I am going to add a relation. I am going to select this point, this circle, and I am going to select the constraint and then coincident. Now it's touching. Now we are going to remove this lower arc. So I am going to select the this point, and then again I am going to select this one and this point. Now our sketch is complete. We are going to fit all in, and it's done. We can also add the circle here, and also add the cut from here in this sketch, but we are going to do it separately. So I am going to close the sketch, then I am going to select the pocket, and this the selection is done. So in the type we are going to select dimension, and the dimension of this is we are going to keep it for 80. Now we are going to make the cuts. So I am going to select this face because I want my sketching on this face, and then go to sketching. So now I am going to add the this little rectangular, and I'm going to zoom in, and then I am going to add the circle like that. Now I am going to add the dimensions. So dimension from this to this edge is 30, and dimension from this line to this line is 75, and dimension for this line is given, which is 8. So I am going to double click on it and type 8. Now it's fully defined. Then we are going to dimension this circle. I am going to select the circle, and then dimension of this circle is given in diameter. So I am going to double click it, select diameter, dimension is 30. Now I am going to add other dimension. So I am going to select this point and this edge. The dimension between these two point is 50, and dimension from this point to this point is also given, which is 120. Now our sketching is complete. We are going to exit our sketch, and then we are going to select the pocket because we want to remove the material. We are going to select the pocket, and the preview of our material removal is shown. We are going to make it fit all in, and then we are going to make it up to next, up to last. We can do it up to last, or we can select up to next, or we can make it up to the surface. And to do that, I'm going to rotate the model and then select this surface. Now the material will be removed from this point on the face of the one side to the face of the model which we selected for our surface. So click OK, and then we are going to select the isometric. Now it's done, and you can observe our specification manager tree or the design manager tree. You you will know everything we did is added here. First we added the feature pad, and this pad is added by considering this sketch. This is our first sketch, and then we perform the pocket operation, and the pocket operation is performed with the reference of sketch 2. This is what specification tree design tree is showing us. Every step we do here will be appeared in this design tree or the specification design tree.